Today we are going to read and understand a class 8 English chapter, a lesson for Nakul. So this chapter is going to be very interesting, so stay tuned till end. Here actually we are going to see what lesson is Nakul learning here. Actually he is a class 6 student and he is very confident. It's very good to be confident, but he's very pessimistic. A negative thinker always carries a negative attitude. So what type of lesson he learns? So let us see this lesson. So let's move ahead. But before that, students and viewers, if you're watching my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the upcoming videos. Do watch the video till end and also hit the like button. And there's a gentle reminder for you all about Scorpio Class Hindi channel. And in this channel, we are uploading all the Hindi classes, all the Hindi lessons, explanation videos, complete notes, along with the grammar syllabus of class 7, 8, 9, and 10. So quickly visit the description box, find the link of Scorpio Class Hindi, and subscribe to it, and also share it with your friends. I'll also share the link of this channel in the I button above so that you can go directly from here and subscribe to it. So, my dear viewers, now let's start the lesson. So, as I said, this Nakul, he is a boy of a class 6, and he, along with his classmates, is coming out of an exam hall. Okay, now obviously, when the students come after giving the examination, they discuss among the friends how was the paper, right? So, same thing happened here. The boys come out of the exam hall. These are class 6 boys. And how did the max paper go? Asked. Somebody asked. So I asked Akash. Okay, the writer is asking Akash was waiting outside along with all the friends in the group. So I finished all the problems, though it was quite a tussle, replied Tarun, the monitor of the class. So one by one, all of them answers, and Tarun, who was monitor of the class, he also says that though the problem was quite puzzling, I did tried solving all the problems. Then comes Nakul out of the classroom, and he looked a bit depressed. So what's up, Nakul? Maths is a favorite subject. So Akash was surprised to see him because Nakul's favorite subject was maths. And after coming from the room, after giving his maths examination, he was depressed. So to see this, after saying this, Akash was a bit surprised. So he asked him. So Nakul is replying, I decided to answer the tough problems first and leave the easy ones for the last 10 minutes. But they took more time than I expected, so I couldn't finish two questions. Okay, so this was the reply of Nakul. It happens during examination when you are not planning properly, or if you are not too fast, it happens that you miss your last answers or questions. Okay, so same thing happened with Nakul and he was a bit depressed. So never mind, it's not the final exam. Write faster next time or set your watch 10 minutes ahead so that you can answer all the questions. So Akash consoled him. Like Akash tried to make him understand. Don't feel so bad, don't get so depressed because it's not a final exam. You try in the next exam and obviously you will do it. So it is say that as you don't have to worry, Nakul retorted. So as I said, Nakul was always a pessimist, a negative thinker. He did not take this advice of Akash very positively. He said it's very easy to say, okay, to not to worry, but I know what's happening with me. So Akash was a new boy there in that school. He had joined the boarding school almost at the end of the first term. So this boy Akash, who was a kind boy, who wanted to help others, though so he was helping Nakul by giving and saying him motivating words. But he was not ready to listen at all. So when the room was silent that night, Akash woke up suddenly. He looked at the next bed and he saw that Nakul was awake. So as it was a kind of boarding school and Akash was new boy there, and one night after the exam, he saw that Akash has got up. Akash saw that Nakul has got up and is sitting in his bed. So he asked, "What's the matter?" I have made a terrible mistake, Nakul says. Nakul remembers something very terrible, and that is why he gets up and sits on the bed. So he asks, "What happened? What's that terrible mistake that you have made?" So Nakul says, I'm sure that I have forgotten something. I think I have either written my name or my roll number on the max answer script. Nakul mumbled dejectedly. Okay, so what he says that I think I have forgotten to write something, and that something is his name or roll number on the answer sheet. So this is the big problem for the students when you are going in the exam and you're forgetting to write your name and roll number. So you should do that. You should be very careful, right? But Nakul has done this. So what to do? Oh, is that all? I thought something awful had happened. Akash was relieved. Look, it's just 9:30. So he's sure to be up. Let us go and see him. You can explain what's wrong. So here Akash is again taking everything positively. He says, okay, it's just that matter. See, the time is 9:30 now, and I'm sure that sir will be up. Like he would not go to sleep at this time, so let us go and ask him and let us clear this doubt. So you are coming too? Thanks. Nakul looked relieved as the two boys stepped out of the room and walked to the master's study. So now he was a bit relieved that he got somebody's help and they are going to clarify the doubt whether he has written the name and roll number in the answer sheet or not. Now, Mr. Verghese was startled to see them and listened to Knuckles' stammered explanation. He unlocked a drawer and went through the answer slips. Okay, so his teacher was also a kindful person that he opened the drawer, he checked the answer scripts. Now, you have written your name and roll number, Nakul. You panicked unnecessarily. He watched them leave his room. So, after being satisfied that, oh, he has really written his name and roll number in the answer slips, he left the room. Both of them leaves the room. Soon the exams were behind them, and the next event the boys looked forward to was the school's annual day. As Nakul was tall and well built for his age, the master chose him to play an important role in a drama. Okay, so now exams were over. Now the next event was school's annual day, and this is one of the big event of the school, right? Of every school. So now yet Nakul, he had a good personality. He was tall, he was well built for his age. So what happened was master chose him for a play and he gave him an important role, main role in drama. Help! I have got to learn so many lines. Nakul groaned. Now again Nakul was worried and nervous because he had main role and he had many lines to learn in it. I'll help you practice till you are word perfect. Akash grinned. Now Akash was a humble and kind boy. He was always at the side of Nakul. He said, I'm there to help you to practice out. Do not worry. Nakul was glad for his generous offer and with Akash constant rehearsals soon learned his lines. Okay, so along with Akash, he rehearsed his dialogues and content again and again and he learned his lines quickly. I hope I won't forget the words. Nakul looked tense before the curtains went up. Now, again, at the time of the event, he was very nervous. He was thinking, if I forget any words or dialogues, what will happen? And he's hoping that he shouldn't forget anything there. Now, again, Akash helps him, motivates him, says, "Don't worry, the words will come to you easily because you have practiced so much. It will be very easily coming up to you." To his surprise, Nakul found that he actually enjoyed his role. Thanks, Akash, you are a real gem, he said warmly. So, after the event was over, he was very happy that Akash had helped him and he said him that he is a real gem. Now, I'm glad I could help you, Akash replied. The next day, the students were taken to a picnic spot. Now, annual day is over. Now, they have planned to go to a picnic spot. Now, when they go to picnic, it's sure to rain. Nakul grumbled gloomily. Again, sadly, Nakul starts thinking negatively and he says that it's going to rain and our picnic is going to spoil. So, no, it won't. The sun will come out soon and the day will be fine, Akash declared. And he looked at Nakul. That why is he saying it will rain? The atmosphere is good, the climate is good. It's not going to rain, it will be soon sunny and it will be a bright day. Then Akash says him, why do you always look at the dark side of things? Don't be a wet blanket all the time. Means do not think about the bad things and don't make others' mood be gloomy or sad. Okay, so this kind of again suggestion and advice was given by Akash to Nakul. Nakul felt annoyed and walked away to join the other boys. He refused to admit that Akash's judgment was correct as usual. The day did turn out to be fine. In spite of this, Nakul found himself unable to enjoy the outing. Was it because of his stiff with Akash that he found himself unable to enjoy the outing? Thought Nakul, who was hidden behind some rocks as he overheard his masters talking. Now both of them enjoyed the picnic. Nakul left to join other boys, but even then he did not enjoy it. Akash's judgment was correct. It did not rain on that day and it was a good bright day. Okay. Then in spite of having a good day, Nakul did not enjoy the outing very well. So, was it because he had that quarrel or a kind of argument with Akash? So, it was just a thought coming in the mind of the writer. Now, Nakul he went and he was just hiding behind some rocks, and there he heard that the masters, that his teachers, were talking something. Now, he was listening to their conversation. I admire that plucky little fellow, Akash. He's so cheerful despite his lame leg, said Mr. Vergis. Now, Mr. Vergis, one of his teacher, was praising Akash for his good, jolly nature, how good he was. Though he was lame leg, he was physically handicapped, he always used to be happy and always helped others in whatever way he could help them. You are right. I have been watching him and really marvel at how courageously he faces things, agreed the game's master. Do you know he is always ready to help others? So, whatever Mr. Burgess was saying, their game's master was also agreeing. And he says, yes, I do admire him. Though he is lame, he is so good, he's so courageous, and he is always ready to help others. Oh, we could certainly do with more power boys like Akash, Mr. Burgess remarked. His cheerfulness in the face of difficulties is proving to be a good example to others. I heard from the headmaster that Akash was keen in joining this school as a boarder, though his parents were reluctant to expose their only son to rough and tumble of boarding school life. Okay, so they have heard that he's the Akash. He is going to join the school boarding. Boarding means a hostel. Okay, so where he will stay there itself and do his studies, but his parents were not ready to leave him alone because he is physically handicapped and they did not wanted him to be in trouble. So, okay, so this kind of conversation was going on and it was heard by Nakul who was hiding behind the rock. Now Nakul looked thoughtful when he heard all this. He recalled the numerous times then Akash had gone out of his way to help him. Though he could have easily looked the other way, times when he, Nakul, had caught a fleeting glimpse of pain in Akash's eye when his leg hurt and he thought that no one was watching him. Now Nakul thought whatever he heard the conversation, he started thinking about that. He recalled that how many times Akash had come to help him, and all of the things came in his mind. And he also thought of the pain that Akash has because of his pain in the limbs, but he never lets it come out. Now Nakul admitted to himself that Akash's cheerful and positive outlook was like a bracing tonic which influenced his own way of thinking. He also admitted that his constant grumbling must be irritating to someone who liked to look at the bright side of things. Now Nakul understood his mistake. He realized that how bad he was to Akash, how he was not understanding him, and maybe whatever he used to say, the negative things, it would be irritating others who looked this everything with a brighter and positive manner. So he realized everything. The next day, Nakul saw Akash among the spectators at the football match between classes 7 and 8. Okay, come on, Rahul, get the ball and pass it on the Deepak who's nearer the goal. Akash yelled encouragingly. So, next day, there was a football match among class 7 and 8. So, Akash, though he was not able to play, he was encouraging the other student. He was saying Rahul, he was cheering Rahul, one of his classmates, and Deepak, everyone, so that they could play the game. Now, I'm sorry for leaving you in huff yesterday. Nakul touched Akash's arm. Now, Nakul realized his whatever behavior he had with Nakul, and now he came there and he was talking to Akash. He touched his arm and he's saying, I'm sorry that I left you yesterday in half. It's okay, friends again, Akash smiled. So Akash readily accepted it. I admire you. Despite your handicap, you're always so cheerful. Doesn't it hurt you you can't join the games? Nakul asked. So Nakul now started talking to Akash. He said, I admire you of your kindness, of you being so happy. In spite of you being handicapped, doesn't it hurt you? You're always so happy, he asked. So Akash replies, it did hurt at first, but it was very touching. My grandmother told me something. So what did grandmother say to him? No one wants to weep with you if you're always sad. Lonely you will never be if you are brave and glad. Search the clouds, you're sure to see a gleam of light will follow, though today is grim and grey. Remember this tomorrow. So these were the beautiful words said by his grandma. Okay, that nobody will be along with you if you weep and cry and you be sad. Nobody will be with you, but you will not be ever alone if you're brave and glad. Okay, if you're happy and if you're brave, you will never be alone. You have to search the clouds. You're sure to see. If you search the clouds, you will see the light. Okay, though today is grim, it's sad, it's dark, it's problematic, you are having many trouble. Remember, there's always a tomorrow, so it will be a better tomorrow. So these words of grandma kept him going, and he had positive thinking about his life. I realized then that I could not go through life with a chip on my shoulder, that others in the world are worse off than me. So I decided to spread cheer in my own way, Akash explained. So Akash said, this realized me that I could not go up in life if I have this burden and sadness in my shoulder. So there are people who are worse than me. So I decided that let me be happy in my own way. And thus he is remembering his grandma's beautiful words, and that is what keeping him motivating and helping others and be smiling in all the situations. So thus now Nakul learned a very good lesson and he started behaving in a better and positive attitude. So this is the chapter. It gets over here. I hope you all like the chapter. If you like the video, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and